What's up everybody, 24/7 Bricks here, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be starting the Mini Moc Series. This is Season 6, Episode 1, this is the first episode of Season 6. Now, I am starting this Mini Moc Series early, and that's because I will be entering Last Brick Standing Mock Contest. Now, big thanks and a shout out to Stormy Cube for informing me about this mock contest and telling me more about it. So go check out some of his content as it's really good. Anyway, we're going to hop straight into the build discussion and we'll get this video started. So, jumping straight into the build discussion, if you guys are new here, I tend to do this at the start of all my videos, just basically running down all the different colours and textures that we're going to be using in each mock. Now to start off with, we've got the dark sand tan here, medium nougat, the dark grey, as well as the olive green here, or the sand green. Now a pretty basic ground colouring and texturing. However, there are quite a lot of plants, so I'm just going to dump them here on the table so you guys can see what I've got. So we've got a nice variety of plants here. I guess you can call some of them plants, but I don't know. We've got these like weird teeth looking bits or tongues, I guess. We've got several different grass pieces here, all in different colours, mainly red, maroon, and the dark orange here. We've also got some bright red teeth and the longer pieces. We've also got a brown version of the longer teeth pieces. We've got several flower studded pieces here, as well as the dark green fern. Now, quite a few different plants. I've got a really cool idea and a new technique in mind for doing certain bushes and stuff like that. But we'll just hop straight into the time lapse. You guys can watch me build it. So let's just get straight into it. After being ambushed by a very large separatist force, the Jedi General and his clone captain try to hold off as many droids as possible whilst the rest of the men retreat. The clone medic is trying to do his best to retrieve and help as many injured clones as possible. However, the droid force is making it severely difficult as they encroach on their positions. The clone captain and the Jedi General are both struggling when luckily their airborne squadron was nearby to assist. Flying over the rocks, they start taking out the droids one by one, assisting the rest of the clones. And this is the mock finish. Now, like in all my videos, I'm going to give you guys a quick 360 of the mock so you guys can get a clear overall view of it, so you guys can see all the details this mock has to offer. Now, I just wanted to say, if you have made it this far into the video, then thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in any way you can. Just by watching it really makes me feel better. If you do like what you see, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you do enjoy these little mock videos, then go check out the rest of the seasons. Now, hopping straight into the overall mock review, I'm really impressed and really happy with how this mock turned out. I'm really proud of myself for trying to push myself to use a different technique to do the rock work, and I think it turned out awesome. I really love how it looks, and I really love all the techniques that I used. It was nice and unique to sort out. Now, with all the textures, I tried to go as minimalistic as possible, as this was my first time trying this technique for the first time in a larger scale, so I tried to do as few colours as possible just to make it a little bit easier on myself. However, I think too many colours can make it look a bit messy. Anyway, moving on to the minifigures, I've got my custom Jet B2s, I've also got all my custom clone troopers out, and I did actually decide to use my airborne squadron. And I think it's nice that I actually get to use them, as I don't really get to use them in any of my mocks. The one thing that I did forget to do was add the little fire onto the back of their jetpacks, but that's not really too big of a problem. Now, as you can see, we've got the clone captain and the clone medic trying to drag away an injured clone troopers. We've got a bunch of destroyed droids everywhere, and we have a little sniper clone up on the ridge just beneath the airborne troopers. I'm also really happy with how the plants turned out. There's a nice variety. They look really alien-esque and they give a nice vibe to the mock and add a little bit of more darker colours. I also do really like the yellow bushes as well. Again, they bring on a nice texture difference and a nice colour variation, which goes really nicely. Overall, I'm really happy with how this mock turned out and all the techniques I use. Like I said, this mock is being entered into Last Brick Standing's mock contest. If you do want to go enter, then you can do yourself. However, you have to be quick, as this video comes out on the 11th and all the submissions end on the 15th. So I am cutting it a little bit close here, and I'm sorry. Anyway, huge shout out again to Stormy Cube for telling me about this mock contest. I'm really excited to be participating, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Comment down below, and I'll see you in next week's video.